All right, so I want to talk about one part of my near-death experience that actually has a lot of emotional significance in my life. That experience was basically the the loving this loving energy, this light force, um, sort of telepathically kind of said to me that I need to go back and save the world from pain and suffering. And I was a little bit hesitant at that request. Actually, it was more of a mission. It was my mission to. I was chosen. I was chosen from the loving force to go back and to free the world from pain and suffering. And so I was the one chosen to do this. And I would go through some sort of uh, school or some sort of, I don't know, education or something on the other side so that I'll have enough knowledge, power, and I'll know what to do when I do go back to the living world. So one of the I guess one of the things that was I guess it's kind of like a spiritual ability. I think it's kind of like having a certain empathy. It's kind of like having some sort of ESP, extrasensory perception. And all extrasensory perceptions are dealt with, have dealing with a sensitivity. The more sensitive you are, the more able you are to use your intuition and your extra senses to to navigate. So one of the things that was taught to me was I was able to feel what every human being, man, woman, and child on the planet was feeling all at once in one moment. And I kind of didn't want to go through that. Like I was going through a lot. Like I was going through many phases. I would call it phases, like moments and phases of death. You know, like once you're dead, you go through these phases, and most people go through the tunnel and they see the light, and most people do the past life review, and you know, but you know, I think this phase was a little bit disconcerting to me. I would even say that it was quite a real sad phase that I had to kind of. I don't think I don't think you're when you're dead you actually kind of you just everyone acknowledges that the loving force exists, and I can't even really explain this properly, but the best that I can do is just talk about it, because this happened a long time ago too, right? And so basically, I was able to feel every human being's feelings. 6 billion human beings on the planet. I was able to feel everyone's feelings at one moment, and basically, there was massive amounts of pain and suffering in the world. there was massive amounts of pain and suffering, and um, um, it was quite sad. It was definitely quite sad. I think there was a lot of crying, and it was quite unbearable. I would say it um, and so to kind of delve into the mind of this loving field, I I kind of understood the loving field, like what was going on, and the universe and how it all was connected and how we were all one. Um, and I was going through a lot of phases of kind of, I think I was kind of getting educated there. Um, I did go through a past life review, but mine happened all at once, and it dealt with a lot of feelings and thoughts, and that was quite joyous. There wasn't much there. The past life review wasn't a big deal for me because I I think uh, I lived a very peaceful life. Well, I didn't live a very peaceful life, but uh, um, I think I was mostly the victim more than the um, so I don't think there was anything uh, uh, definitely that was pretty easy, but I think definitely the phase where I was able to feel every human uh, emotion at one moment. Basically, I would probably say, well, when you're dead, there's no time. But I would say, it was just one moment, but it was it's an extreme amount of pain and suffering in the world, and everybody tries to evade or avoid their own pain and suffering by um, uh, concentrating or trying to distract their own attention to something else, such as drinking or going to a party or skiing or whatever, partying or going to school or going to work. Or everyone's trying to distract their own attention away from their own pain and their own suffering. Um, and since the world is a whole, yeah, every human being, if one person suffers, the whole world suffers with that one human being. But it's much more larger scale than that. There's actually like a majority of the population of the world that is in massive amounts of pain and suffering. So I think this loving field kind of acknowledged that and wanted this to end. This was very important. I think it was almost the most important thing that was it was my mission. Sent me back, and anyways, there you go.